Alright, I'm gonna focus on the trellis today. Alright, I don't know if you can see. Tell me what's wrong with this trellis right here. I'll give you a longer look so that you can figure it out. Alright, I'm not gonna wait anymore. It's a little bit tilted, right? I mean, it's vertical and all, but if you look at the top frame, it's not exactly horizontal anymore. The top is over. Oh, let's see if I can show you right over there on the top, and then it starts sloping down to over here. So I think it dropped like at least an inch or so. See, and that's because the trellis style that I built has these 3 screws. Let's see, I gotta put the camera right under here for you first, so you can see what I'm talking about. There's 3 screws, and they will twist because of the weight of the branches. It's lopsided now because, see, maybe this angle is better, right? You can see it, it's lopsided. It's slanted more to this side. That's because there are more branches, more weight on this side. So after 3 years, 3+, almost going to a 4th year, the trellis is starting to be compromised in this structural integrity here. So what do you do? Well, let me show you what I did for my purple haze plant. This trellis also had the same issue, slanting. And look, I got a 2x4 right here, and then I just put it right up against the trellis at the bottom. You see? See, to hold it up on that side. See, the trellis only bends from pivots from both left and right of the main beam over there, right? So that's why all I need to do is on one side. I don't need to like reinforce all 4 sides of the trellis, only the side that is being dipped down at, right? So that's what I did. And see, all this is just sitting on top of the ground, but you gotta measure it. So here I go. Let me show you. See the measuring tape up there? So I'm measuring it, see, to determine how long of a 2x4 I need to cut. So right up here, see, I'm measuring the distance from here. See, right about here, you see 44 inches? That's where I'm gonna cut the stick. It's a little bit of, see right now, the stick, I mean, it's dipped down at 43 or so, but I'm not gonna cut at 43 because I wanna raise it back up a little bit. So I'm gonna raise it up to like 44. Now, am I gonna do exactly 44? Maybe not in the beginning, because if you look at, well, you can't tell from the other wood, I'm gonna slant it a little bit, so you know, all you're gonna get underneath is maybe 43.5 or so. But over time, I might start raising it up to 44. So that's how long I'm gonna cut this 2x4. So I'm gonna do that. All right, here's the 44-inch piece of wood that I just cut. Yep, and the other one is also 44, so I got 8 inches of block left I can use for something else. Anyways, here we go. We're gonna walk over here. So I like to start it from this side. Now, because I have these pockets here, I need to aim my 2x4 right in between the gap. So it won't be exactly at the middle, but that's okay. It won't be exactly at the middle of the beam. It'll be just probably right around here when I do it, which is fine. Yeah. So I'm gonna hold it up. All right, let me set this up so I don't drop the camera. And all right, so how I do it is that I'm gonna start from the bottom up, from this side. See, from the angle. So I'm gonna aim right over here. So I line it up first. So it's right up there. Right up, so like that. So I'm gonna try to put it right in the middle of this post. That 2x4 on top, to right in the middle of it. See, like that. That's how I do it. Then I slowly raise it up. All right, here's the part where I don't know if I can do with the camera on and all. All right, here we go. Maybe some vibrations and all, but we'll see how it goes. All right, so slowly I am raising. Oh yeah, I raise it up a little bit to let it settle the weight. See, right now it's pretty solid already. It's holding it up. I'm gonna raise it up higher. See, right, let's see if I can show you from another angle. See, basically it's in an angle right now. So I'm gonna start pushing this wood closer to the planter. See, I'm gonna push this in. As I push it, I'm gonna raise it up higher even from here. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the final product because it's kind of hard to do it with the camera like this. All right, that's the final result right here. So I pressed the wood all the way against the planter, and it's still in an angle a little bit, which is fine. I think it's stronger to be on an angle than to be straight down. And then if you tap on it and everything, see, it's not moving. It's being held down by the weight of that guy. So now I'm not leveling it exactly to the original install, right? This is not exactly level, just so you know. It's still a little bit slanted, but that's okay. The reason why is that a lot of these branches are kind of sit in their ways. If I overdo it too fast, I might break them. You see, so I want to keep it a little bit, just to push it up a little bit, but not overdo it and break them all. That's not my intent. So I'm just holding it down this way. I can fix it at this angle. That's okay. As long as to keep it. In fact, I think it's I prefer it to be slanted this way a little bit, so that in the future it won't tip to the other side. I want the weight to be continually to be supported by this this beam right here. So there, that's how I Mickey Mouse this thing. Well, I don't know if it's Mickey Mouse, maybe it's MacGyver. Alright, now I'm gonna make a post for my Halley's Comet and Dark Star planter. Look at that, see, it's also slanted. So this one, I think, and I need to make it at a 44.5 as opposed to 44. This one's slanted a little bit. That's why it's good to measure. It depends on where the angle of the soil and the floor, the ground is, right? Because not all grounds are exactly level. So if I do 44, it seems a little bit too low. So I'm going to do 44.5 on this one. See, so you measure it on every single one you do. There, I just shore up my Halley's Comet planter. Yeah, it's pretty good. Right underneath the canopy, it's not too noticeable and it blends in with everything else. Yeah, this is pretty nice. So even here, it doesn't get in your way. You won't trip over it. See, everything is just fine. Doesn't take up too much room. It's not that much of an eyesore. I mean, if it is, you can put some hooks in it and you can hang stuff on the wood, right? Don't let the wood just stand there doing nothing, all naked like that, right? You could dress it up a little bit if you want. Maybe someday I'll dress it up. But for now, I just want to show you what I'm doing to hold up my trellis. One more example. And what happens if your ground is on soil? Like here. See, the other posts, they were able to sit right on top of my lava rocks, which is a very rigid. So one rock pushed down on other rocks and everything forms a strong, solid foundation. Well, on soil down here, so this is just basically a tarp cover, nylon cover on top of soil. So it's very so treated like soil. But you can't just have a concentration of force like that, right? Just go straight down on soil. So you need to dissipate that force or the weight of it. So I use a tile that's been chipped. So luckily I have a spare tile. If you don't have a tile, you could use you maybe get a brick or something inexpensive, something that's rigid and solid, that you can dissipate the the weight that's coming down from here at this point. It's kind of like wearing a high heel, right, on soil. You're gonna put right into the soil. So that's what you had to do it. Yeah, if you just do it bare soil, I mean, that thing's gonna sink right into the ground in no time, and you're gonna create this divot, and then this post is gonna fall off and everything. But once you're able to dissipate the weight like that, there. So it's the same way. So yep, this thing, see, all solid and everything. So that's the last example.